So, the last 2 weeks have been great for Star Wars, in my opinion, and because of this, I want to continue with some more content on the channel. The last couple of episodes for The Bad Batch have been great, and the Mandalorian episodes from Season 3 that have come out alongside have been awesome as well. Now, I've been a fan of The Bad Batch for some time now. I've liked it since the beginning. I've always been a fan of the clones, really, thanks to the great Clone Wars show and how they've really focused on and brought some of those characters to life. And shout out to D. Bradley Baker for his incredible work as always voicing all of these clones. They may all look the same or sound the same or at least very close to it, but he is able to give them each some unique aspects and qualities of different personalities. And I think it's great to have a show where you have these unique ragtag clones who are each different in many different ways, and I think it allows D. Bradley Baker to kind of explore, some other personalities and some other ways of acting for these characters, but also staying true to the heart of what a clone trooper is in Star Wars. I also think this is a great idea to have an elite squad of clones who reject the reign and control of the Empire. Each member of the squad has different personalities and roles within the group that make them memorable. You have Hunter, who has the respect of all his squad mates, and he is the leader because of it. Wrecker is the big, lovable guy who packs the most firepower. You have Tech, who's the guy with all the brains. Crosshair is the sharpshooter and arguably the most deadliest warrior out of them all. And then you have Echo, who is the cyborg guy who specializes in tech due to his enhancements. Their unique characteristics and personalities, like I said, make them memorable, but so are some of the parts of the story that are really cool, and they just honestly remind me of Dave Filoni's writing and vibes in Clone Wars. And I've always loved episodes that feature really intense and emotional moments, especially revolving around the clones. I remember watching the premiere of Bad Batch. I thought it was amazing. It was over an hour long, and we got the Witness Order 66 again, but this time from the clone perspective. And we got to see Fennec Shand, Cad Bane, Captain Rex, and even Commander Cody recently. And then you get the introduction of a new main character in Omega who has a interesting backstory. She is quite literally the twin sister of Boba Fett. She's a rare type of clone because she is, one, female, and two, she ages at a normal rate. She's practically a young kid in this show, but she's very smart as she knows the science behind the clones as she worked with the Kaminoans. And she joins up with the Bad Batch because she is like them, where she wants to avoid the Empire. She doesn't agree with what they're doing. And unfortunately, you have one member in Crosshair who does not see eye to eye with the rest of the squad and chooses to stay with the Empire. So that's a cool emotional conflict that has been explored at times as the show has continued, and it seems like it's going to reach a boiling point based off of the episode that just came out recently. So then the squad minus Crosshair finds Sid, who not only owns a bar, but she gives them missions that are a little shady and illegal, and it's a way for the squad to earn money and get information from Sid as they figure out what to do next now that they're not serving for the Empire. We've learned so far in Season 2 that she is a very shady person, and it would appear that there may be some big conflict coming up between her and the squad. So, the Bad Batch goes on a bunch of missions for Sid throughout the first season and a half, and some of the adventures are cool, but honestly I think they've gotten old recently as I'm waiting to see what is the main purpose of this show. What is the Bad Batch going to do that we're going to remember about them when this show is all said and done? So seeing them split off from Sid eventually, hopefully, will be cool to see, and I want to see what their main purpose is throughout their story going forward. I'm not trying to make this video be all talking about everything that has happened so far in the show, but I'm just trying to point out that the plot of the show has been kind of all over the place. In between these filler adventure episodes, there have been some really interesting side stories that appear to be kind of promoting what the main plot of the story is here. There's some interesting things that are going on where they're just hinting to it, and I just hope that these interesting side stories do truly become the main focus of the show, and that's what it's going to be about. Because like I said, I don't want the Bad Batch at the end of the day to be known as the squad that goes in and does adventure missions and does heists and grabs things for Sid, who is not the nicest person. I just don't want the Bad Batch to be remembered at the end of the day for being just a ragtag group that went on fun adventures. I hope they do end up making an impact in the Star Wars story when it's all said and done. We're seeing stormtroopers replacing the clones slowly over time. There seems to be a lot more going on behind the scenes with the Empire, with their tech and science stuff. For example, with the Zillo Beasts, the Empire want to take their outer shell in order to use for the outer coating for stronger armor for, the stormtroopers and whatnot. That's interesting to see, they're more of a purpose for the Zillo Beasts. Then we've seen Captain Rex, who is trying to help other clones who are defecting from the Empire. He knows how to get the inhibitor chip out of their heads. He even showed the Bad Batch how to do that. And we even had an episode recently featuring Commander Cody on a mission with Crosshair, and They both begin to feel bad working for this new empire and seeing what they do, and even at the end of the episode, Commander Cody either defects or disappears, we really don't know, but clearly he's not with the empire at the moment. Even Crosshair is shown thinking about these new conflicting thoughts in his mind, and he's even tempted to switch sides as we've seen in the most recent episode. And it is getting emotional to see these clones that we all know and love be shown as expendable and are getting killed, and the Empire really doesn't care to take care of them or anything like that because they're more concerned with replacing them with stormtroopers. And like I said, something big seems to be going on at that Imperial base, and we even see after Crosshair kills his commanding officer and gets arrested in this most recent episode, the episode ends with him being strapped down on a table and is injected with something. So, are they working on something with the clones? Are they doing more work with the Zillo beasts? People are thinking there's more cloning going on for maybe, the Empire having Force-sensitive clones, or maybe this is going to lead up to Snoke. There's a lot of cloning stuff going on. We even saw it in The Mandalorian a little bit too in Season 2, so the cloning seems to be a big theme and might be one of the biggest things coming up in Star Wars with the bad guys. But once again, we are still waiting for that one event to set this show into the main focus of the plot. And I truly hope the writers will end this season by having the Bad Batch finally pick a lane. Will the Bad Batch continue to work for Sid? Will they help Rex? Will Crosshair rejoin them at some point? Will we see Commander Cody again? Will something big and cynical be revealed from the Empire? These are things I want to see the story start focusing on more. No more filler episodes and no more little adventures. I think at this point, we've done enough character building with Omega and the rest of the batch. I feel like the stage is now at the point to where it's set. Let's finish off this season getting to the main storyline, and then I will feel pretty good about Season 3. The Bad Batch has been a fun show, but this continuing feeling of disjointedness because of going from 2 or 3 really strong episodes to 1 or 2 filler episodes continues to happen. And after almost 2 seasons, it's time to get serious. I have nothing against fun adventure types of episodes, but I would like to see those adventures start when we know what their true purpose is. Then they could have these adventures as they go throughout the galaxy trying to complete missions or trying to meet people and talk to them or fight their way out of a sticky situation. It just has to come with more than just, we're doing another mission for Sid at this point. And for me personally, I hope the Bad Batch will end up helping Rex and maybe Cody with saving other clones that want to defect. I don't necessarily want to see the Batch go into joining the rebellion. Of course, they will be fighting against the Empire, but I want to see a different side of that fighting that doesn't involve being with the rebellion. Besides, the clones aren't known for joining the rebellion and helping. I mean, they did kind of put Rex in the lore of, the Galactic Civil War by saying he was the one soldier, the one older soldier with the beard, at the Battle of Endor. And then we see, of course, a couple clones helping the rebellion in the Rebels animated show, but I think this is an opportunity to use the clones one more time with a unique story. So as I've said 105 times already, I hope Season 2 ends with the Bad Batch finding their main purpose so we can get to the main course here. I've had enough of the appetizers. And after the last couple of episodes, I think there's a good chance we are going to see this, and quite possibly more, as things have really picked up recently in regards to focus and tone. So, have any of you watched The Bad Batch? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. What are your thoughts on the show? And I would be curious to hear what direction you guys would like to see the show head in. And of course, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I just recently hit 100 subs, and I'm very happy and very grateful seeing this community grow and seeing the comment sections begin to fill up with comments and conversations between me and other people. It just keeps me going. It really does motivate me to continue this channel. So a big thank you to all of you. And if you are new here, I hope you stick around and check out more of my content. I appreciate whatever support you guys could give. I truly do. And of course, you can find me on Twitter and TikTok as well at AnalyzeThis_YT. Thanks for watching and take care.